Is it okay if y'all say your sign for me one by one? Is that okay? On here? Say your astrology sign for me one by one for me on here?
I'm a son of God. That's my
That's good too. Say it on here. Your astrology sign.
Leo.
Oh. Did you get it? Thank you.
Leo.
Thank you. You're a Libra. Okay, what's your sign?
You look like Capricorn.
Thank you. What is your sign?
Aries.
Sagittarius?
Aries.
An Aries. Okay, groovy. What one? You might need. Taurus. Love.
AKA God.
Son of God. Yeah, and you're Leo.
Technically, we all are. So,
You know.
yeah.
True, that's it. Groovy. Of course, it's mentalized. How you see spirits. I see them through other people and they talk to me to tell them whatever. It's always about them, the other person. It's not about, they don't care about what I want to know. It's just what they want to tell y'all. Even they're just as dumb as they were when they were alive. They're in spirit. They're just as stupid as they were when they were alive. And whatever they ever existed as here with their clothes on and stuff like that, they didn't get anything extra when they're dead. They just, live in spirit with all the clothes that they ever wore and their whole life. That's it. They have them. That's who they are.
That's what they wanted.
In spirit. And everybody does. Not everyone has angels around them, And we're basically on our own. But you can call it to Jesus, and He can come, but He doesn't come every time. I mean, He doesn't owe you nothing just because He's this big ball of badass spirit. Because He's not just a philosophy hippie or whatever, a good person. He's like got a supernatural light that casts away void of light demon type beings that are actually exist too. And we are not going to ever be angels after we die. We are humans, and angels are jealous. They can be. They're messengers of God, and they can only do that because that's what they want to do, is do the will of God. And we're like, we have free will to do whatever the fuck we want to and still be messengers of God and all that stuff, And like, they actually have wings and stuff, and they're, and they're in spirit. Like, we can be demonic, we can be angelic, but we're still going to be human. That's good. Yay. And we can be psychic mediums and talk for the spirits, So what is your experience? What would you do if a guy angel tried to give you this ball of light?
I'd probably just check with Holy Spirit. That's my source. And then,
you think you can hear it at the time? You have to live.
Yeah, it's a peace, like a shalom. There's a shalom dome, and so like I've been I live in that protection, and so as I encounter things that I'm like, I'm not sure, then I'll check in, and then if I'm like, don't feel peace about it, then I'll just say no thank you. And so
I don't trust anything that any spirit trust gives me, but I'll still communicate with it. So I'm like, what is that? I mean, once it goes into your spirit or whatever, and it's invisible and we can just see the physical bullshit, you're like, what was that? Because it's being cursed, like a fucking virus or whatever.
Right,
fuck that, hell no. No, I don't know what it is. And that's what I said. And what if a demon that gives you headaches and shit says, I can make you powerful? What would you do there?
Bye.
Obviously, fuck off. I can already be powerful if that's what you're trying to offer me, but I ain't going to do it with your darkness and be void of light and love and all these humans that you can't be around no more because you're cast away by the fucking darkness. Fuck that. Be in the light. Do the best you can. Even if you're a douchebag, you can still be accepted by Jesus' light that you need to cast away all those dark spirits. And that's how that works.
Yeah.
And as really, you can see Jesus. And he has like blue, beautiful, different colored eyes that look like David Bowie, and he's like an Israelite person or whatever, and his hair's down here, just like, and he has like a flat part on his nose that's like looks like it's broken, but it's not. It's like more like that, and then Jewish nose. That's what it looks like to me. And he has high cheekbones or whatever, and he has nice, sweet ass buck teeth, like different. I like buck teeth. and he has beard, and he was wearing a robe and stuff, and he has came through to other people because he wanted them. One time he said, tell her to set me on her heart. And I'm like, this same may sound corny and everything, but he just said, tell me to set me on her heart. So say it out loud, bitch. And then a spiritual one came and got rid of her headaches when that happened. Because I actually tapped into one of her friends that actually communicated with demon, and it was like in the thing there, And that's what that part of that is. And then another time, I had this girlfriend who's a Libra, Capricorn rising, Moon Cancer. If you know birth charts yet, if you don't, then you're just out of luck, bitch. I mean, it ain't. Spirits have told me their astrology signs, even animals. How the fuck does the animal know about their astrology signs? I don't know, but it shows that confirmed by the person who's living. And they told me that, what their birthday was when the spirit of the, and they even taught me about reincarnations, animals. So they would come back to the owner in different dog forms and shit. So that was informative as fuck whenever I got that confirmed and not just hallucinating by myself. I have to get a witness. Hello? I'm not just making crap up. So also one time, yeah, he said, I'm here to save Selena. That's her name or whatever. And it was like it's freaking sober is better to be psychic reading, and focus and discipline and more sensitive to the raw bullshit of this. No matter what mood you're in, you don't have to be in a good mood to be psychic or whatever. You don't have to be in a good mood to be a master user used by spirit, God, whatever. You just force your mind to do it through other people, whether they want to hear it or not. Some people aren't readable, and the people that are readable sometimes they don't want to be read, and they're like, go away. And I'm like, what? I'm seeing shit through you, and I want to find God, bitch. What the hell? Like, why you gotta be ignored this? Like, hello. Like, you had something better to do whenever you said that you missed your fucking dead dog and your grandma, your mom, and all this bullshit. But they're around you right now, bitch, and there's nothing you can do about it. Neither can I. What you see, what I see is what I get to. And it's like, they think you got something better to do. No, it's always like cut off every time some climax of that type of things happens to me or whatever. But I've seen all this stuff, and y'all mad about it? Yes, because I'm forced myself to do this stuff. I don't care if I'm an outcast. I don't care. I got to see stuff. And what are y'all gonna do, bitches? All those other people, It's so cool to meet the other person that actually will see that stuff and has that. So what did you see though? What, just name some things off. I've even seen fairies.
So I want to say that I actually did see it in the natural too. I've noticed different patterns in the clouds sometimes, especially when certain I'll feel a spiritual stirring, and then I'll there's certain wispy quick wisps in the sky that I can see spirit and I believe it's angelic. It lifts my spirit up when I see it. And then I literally saw one a full figure with the wings and then the arms and then the legs, and it's with clouds they continue to move on, but it was stagnant for several minutes.
I like that word.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
And then I'll just see one time we were at this retreat with some kids. We were at a youth camp, and I just saw all these angels. Again, my spirit eyes. They were just in a corridor. The dining hall was like a corridor, and they were just all just walking around. And
what did they look like? Was there any colored ones? Usually, I always see blue-eyed, blonde-haired angels. And I know.
So I haven't focused in
darker
as
ones,
much. I want to hone in more, kind of press into the details, because I kind of just see more holistically and kind of what's happening in the room versus specific.
Oh, and I saw two guys that had blue eyes and brown hair. That was the only time I ever seen them ever have different colored like that. And only seen 3 guy angels. One with blonde hair and blue eyes, and the other 2 with brown hair and blue eyes. Different occasions, all this stuff. And the rest of the girls are always curly blonde hair with blue eyes. They all look so similar, almost like an Avril Lavigne looking girl, but it's a different species. It's not a human, but it looks human with wings and all this bullshit. So it is what it is, and they act like robots because they just say a few words from God. Or one angel told me, she goes, I'm going to show you a testimony of God, and you have good chambers. What does that mean? What do you think good chambers mean? What do you think my testimony of God was? Just me seeing her? I don't know, because I didn't get to finish because this dumbass lit a cigarette up in front of me, who was a Libra. I saw it through him, and he thought, oh, angels always around us. But you never seen one before, have you? No. But I'm going to go to sleep and smoke a cigarette. Look at dumbass shoes baggage. Oh, okay. It's so much better than you fucking communicating with my dead black wife, who was dead of diabetes. That I told him, that she died of diabetes, and she had diabetes feet. She still wore high heels, and I was right about that, blah, 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 blah. But he don't give a fuck after, he wouldn't light a cigarette because it's dumb fit. Boring. Whatever. You should do your birth chart, even though you don't care about that.
Not that I don't care. I'm taking steps, and letting, because there's a timing for things,
Time is now.
I know.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what it is.
I know what I look like. So that's okay.
Stalkers.
I'm not really on anything.
That's okay. So you had an encounter with Jesus or whatever. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
How to go about it, what it was like.
Yeah. The first time I met him, I was super lonely. I was 10 years old and was living in Mexico. My parents moved to Mexico, and I was like,
I've been
just
there.
missing my best friend and not knowing the language. So I was just sitting on my bed and just feeling that ache, and he just came to me in my bed and was like, I'm what you want. You want a friend and you feel lonely, and I'm what fills that space. And so
fuck yeah.
That's
a cool way to explain this thing.
So that was like when I first started my relationship with him, and then he's just continued to walk with me whether I was conscious of it or not. And over time, like, I've come into this understanding of, like, he came and, like, as a prophetic display of love, like, sacrificed himself so that I could have full life in him, like, that I could come into, like, the things that are dead in me, that pull me down and that try to rip me apart. He came outside of time and wants to take that part of me that's not really me, it's the thing that's trying to kill me. And he's like, I'm going to take that and I'm going to give you life instead. Like, I took that death in you so that you could have the life in me. And then it's like it's what he did was, it was a marriage covenant. Like, he's like, I want you to be my bride. I want you to come into, like, fullness of life, because that's your true inheritance. But so many things have been trying to steal that from you and tell you that that's not true, tell you that you deserve death, tell you you deserve shit, you know, like all this stuff. But he's like, no, this is what I have for you. And it's one of the hardest decisions to continue to make is to believe that, to trust that
was real and that happened, and it's good.
Yeah, but even just continually, like, because what the world says is to play opposite. Like, it's like, oh, life sucks and you're gonna die and this is what's gonna happen, and it's just kind of this continual loop, and you have to stay in that relationship, come back to that relationship and be like, okay, Jesus, can you remind me again of what this is about? Like, can you I want to go deeper in our relationship. It's just like with, like, friendships or what, you know, you hit these moments of, like, this is, like, intense and this is hard, I don't know what to do, but then you just come even closer together through that, and then you just come higher up, and yeah, it's beautiful.
That is a beautiful way to explain it.
Thank you.
That's all, folks. And hit it. Okay. Taurus. Here we go. That's so amazing. Like you're a Taurus.
My little sister is a Taurus.
Okay, good for her. But you get to look like a Taurus. Rising. First sign.
Got it.
Your moon sign is Aries. Your mom was pushing in sports, made you tomboy anyway. Okay. And your Mercury is Aquarius. That's how you communicate. So you tell everyone you know it all because you're the person. Your Venus Sagittarius. Your love language. This means that you don't like stagnant in a relationship. You want to travel. And the person doesn't travel. You're like, I'm out. Bye. You want to travel. Boyfriend. Yeah. Your Mars. When someone affects your ego and your pride, they're done. Bitch. You get mad.
Yeah.
Other than that, you like fun. Totally. Earn attention. And then your June Sagittarius, you got luck with gambling and luck, traveling opportunities and stuff, and being a guru, and everyone's mad about it, and the view of God, philosophy, your Saturn Pisces, it means your father traditional love, that you rather take responsibility for you, and you could have been taken care of all lives because of him, and learn to forgive him, and you might not have enough passion, you're a bitch, it's gonna treat you so miserably, till you have compassion, and you like this sweet ass, humble, Jesus Christ, complex bitch, you know what I mean? You know, and they'll give you a real bad problem. So just to make you feel like Pisces is that nice bullshit.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Give you a problem. Like, yeah. Your Pluto's Sagittarius, so you like to learn about higher level when you isolate yourself studying.
Yep, yep.
Neptune, Uranus, Capricorn. Unusual job, you can't feel sometimes at work.
Yeah.
Your Lilith Gemini. People don't view a liar, anyway. Mouth off. People like, what the fuck? You're arrogant. I made it happen. And I'm tired of rebelling, just speak.
Yeah.
And then your Scorpio is not as you already learned how to be your persona. Taurus. Sign of secure, stability, nothing else on the wall, chaos, sex, and fearlessness. And cut you out of my life bullshit without being like, oh, I know the value of my relationship. Now it's like, most of friends, you're supposed to be true friends. The higher self friends. Continue. There's more.
More.
Yeah, there is. Your Taurus rising. Yeah, beautiful face. Come off slow, and good at math or something, and it's like this. Like sensual, comforting, relaxing person, and just hilarious. Okay, your second house, Gemini. This is left. This is your face. Left side of the face. It's the side that you want to show when you're taking a picture, and this side that you're the hide or whatever. But it looks pretty cool. Oh, yeah, B. And that's your 12th house, Aries. Is on this side of it. Anyway, third house is Cancer, so you have Cancer, water hand, and how you write and talk, and mother and nourishing, intimacy, works, emotions. When you talk, when you're like your sibling's mother, you act like you're their mom. Basically.
Yeah.
And then your fourth house Leo, fucking narcissist. Your mom was your biggest fan. You have the potential. You put you in place. Knew you could do it because you came in public. Your public eyes, 10 house higher self-aware. The most cooperative person on camera to ever fucking direct. Like you're not difficult. You will do it, and you'll do other people's part because you know their lines too. Like a cheerleader and Stephen, they would fucking have to shoot you to be the perfect one. Stephen for that. Dead stick together or to play like you have this potential to be this person on camera but you push the public side you're fucking shit to be no so you won't be missed out on because someone has to push you into that corner this is you got talent bitch we want to see it make yourself do it okay your fifth house when you're like at a party or something. You're kind of organized parties and you're the criticizer about what kind of stuff. And then your fifth house is your heart. That's your heart. That's organized heart.
Yep.
Healthy diet and what you want and stuff. And like the vitamins to take and not in the middle and get rid of the toxins and how just regular heart or whatever. Day. Okay. Six. Every day you're beautiful. House. You're a people pleaser. You meet other really good relationships every day. I like what people don't see like or credit for what you do every day. Like how you clean that, do the dog, and take care of
my
dog. And it's relational for you. And your seventh house is Scorpio. This is what you're attracting. Everyone is chaotic and jealous, psycho. All of themselves cut you out of life. You're like, no, I don't want that. I want someone that won't change and I'll keep it. Don't like the change. They like keep it the way it is instead of like all this cut you out of your life. You're secretly kind of like your shadow self. Jealous, and possessed and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's what you're attracting all these people.
Okay.
And then your seventh and called knowledge and stuff. And eighth house. Sagittarius dying lane. Why? But might even expand it and like it's like effort into it. You really could point at with your situation on its own. You can tune into people and spirit through them, whether they like it or not. You're gonna do it. You're not gonna be afraid of what you're seeing. And you want the confirmation. You did it. It's just like you're immediately. Nice. Nobody. You gotta do it all. Your ninth house is Capricorn. You think about your reputation, you got the better. You have to work really hard, build things, tear things, real things. You go to bed. Like all about work before you go to bed.
Yeah.
And then when you wake up, you become this mothering person, like you're mom. When you wake up, like you're about home and connection stuff and intimacy. Get up, like oh, I don't want to wake up. You know what I mean? But you go to bed like all serious. Don't mess with me. Work, okay? And then you wake up like oh, you know, let's stay in bed, be at home. And then your 10th house is the higher self, the one that you know the easiest one to be in a play. I mean, I like you go be an actor. Every director would be just fucking. I'm just lucky to have you. You know what I mean? Like if you have 10th house Scorpio, that's a difficult person, but we really want to. We really want them to. But you're not gonna be difficult. You're gonna do it all. Just perfect. And you're gonna do it over and over. They ask you and treat you like crap. You're gonna do your job. And you're gonna do it. And at the career. You're like, hello. This is you got talent though. Express. Talent sound good. Be known for things that outcast things and weirdo things. Who cares?
That's how they feel about me.
Yeah, they're like big thug. Yeah. You're the futuristic, and you're the one ahead of everybody. Anyways, they're just like,
they give me shit, but they give me all the responsibility because they know I'll get it done. But then they give me shit because they're like, she's weird.
Yeah.
She will just account. And I'm an accountant.
And she'll put out with it. So let's just put it on her.
100%.
Yeah. She's a good person. We'll put it on her. What? She ain't gonna give us bad shit. When she gets home, then she starts to relieve herself at the bad shit. Like I'm gonna express myself when I get home. That's when my emotions are like, I'm fire.
Oh yeah.
Then back at my job. What is it? I'm mental above right now. I can just guys even if I feel about you.
I was like,
disarm, whatever.
I was like, fucking bitch.
Yeah, right.
Talk to me.
Yeah. How dare her? We're not proud ego.
Seriously.
Yeah, when your higher self is like intact, you know, where like in your 11th house is everybody's spiritual friend, you treat everyone like soulmate, best friend, like it means something to you. You're really psychic on them and stuff. Your 12th house is Aries. The spirit, your feet, you do things with your feet. I don't know. Fire. Okay, your sun is in the 10th house, so that's where you're how you advertise yourself too. So your sun's already in there.
Yeah.
Your moon in what is the X11, the 12th house. That means your mom also rather do mindful something, take care of your responsibility. But she still shows you love, delusional stuff. And you believe in that one love kind of stuff too, and then forgiveness and all that stuff in that. And it could be like arrogant mom too, like being like this person who has not opened their mind to most things that hasn't philosophy growth, like traditional thing, no matter how reasonable you are about this new thing, this is the future. This is not back in caveman like, okay? Treat me like I'm a boy. I am a maybe you are still tomboy, but that's how you feel about your mom. And then your Mercury into retrograde, you know, just like Mercury is also so you transport things and people driving, annoying after you use your hands, work, and communicate. Be a public person or whatever. Community people.
I'm a corporate trainer on my job.
Well, Ruby. And yeah, train them out.
Yeah.
And be your friend there. You know. And then your Venus in the 8th house where you would accuse them on you know something because you want to know people sex, death and transformation, like what darkness there kind of thing, like you go deep in the relationship and passion and all that good stuff. Really good at like so you should share yourself with all kinds of you're all walk of life because you're Aquarius. You don't want to leave anybody out. You want to get to know everyone and all that weird psychological problems because you'll hello.
Yeah.
I mean, and then your Your Mars, so you get mad. I don't know what one V is. I hate numerous. Say the numbers. One V is the fourth house. Okay. Home. So go back to Mars. You put all your power into home and family, and then sometimes you might have a willpower though. About bad habit or something. Even though your higher self Aquarius knows better, knows that you shouldn't be doing that. You would preach to everybody, but or what's your preaching? Okay, yeah. Well, okay. Your Jupiter is in the V1. What's this? Okay. 7. Oh, the seventh house. Shadow self. Your Jupiter is the seventh house. So you can be like, and through other people you think other people are like this or that. You're like that too. Like you think everybody else is so lucky that you can add to it that stuff. Yeah, it's like building, and the hypocrite stuff, you know. Like you're absolutely learn luck. You're like never you're lucky. What the hell? Not really happens. Your Saturn is in the the Pisces 11 friendship, social media. So it can give friends and take away you, and then it gives you like social media knowledge or something like that. I don't know. And psychic Pisces, and in one psychic something like a humble one. Yeah. Like you'll have a challenge with like ability. Have you seen well, what you do is you rely on others' intuition, and you pick things up like charades, like cloud of something. What you see is what you get. It doesn't matter what you're seeing, no matter what little thing it is about their house, an object, people are carrying around, and you'll get further on detail. Spirits will come around because they know you're listening to them, and they're only talking to people who are listening with the mind and seeing with the vision, and it will be shown to you why you are working your mind that way. And your Uranus is in the 1X. What is 1X? Ninth house. Unusual philosophy. Futuristic philosophy. The ways of thinking. And then your same thing with Neptune. Spiritual. Solutions to different philosophies. So go get a Virgo. Because very good skeptics take away all delusions. Because they're too practical. Like atheists or something. Well then this doesn't make sense. It's all nothing. Liar. Pluto, and then seven. Shadow self. Person you see everyone else as like fracting and stuff. That's people who care about money and stuff. And dad. You're low in your rise away. The way people don't want to see you like right away. You rebel to be a persona on people, like how you come across, you know, the identity. You have to rebel to be your identity. Arrogant. Your North Node is your purpose. It's like what you came here to gain. You're lacking it. Just come here to come and collect it as personality, build it into you every day. And that's the day-to-day routine. You lack it. Why would you want it anyways? Because then you having it just be like the hippie stuff and wake up whenever you want.
I for a schedule, but I just can't have it.
Yeah. Just keep on, and it does that to you. But it's being a perfectionist and relational with stuff, and having that dating or whatever, and the diet or whatever, like whatever you do, you know, and like I can't wake up and do this every day. Job hard, and it's like I can't complete this task yet, or whatever, because I'm used to just like the out of my mind thing, like stuff or whatever it's called, environment. Other than that's your comfort zone where you go back to. Climb back to. You want that routine there, but this is asking you to step out and be this clarity thing and work hard every day for something productive or something ridiculous. Perfection stuff ever. And that's the story that Florida. So what did you think about that bullshit?
I really would not have. I mean, you find it a lot. So. It's crazy that something like this makes no sense to me. You can say so much about me.
Yeah. It's a really good place. I love it. And what's your favorite sign and what's your favorite sign?
My favorite sign
for
friends and like
Anything,
relationships.
even that.
Cancer is my favorite.
Oh, really? They're very loyal. Because they'll always get on mommy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say I have some bad relationships with a couple Sagittarius.
Oh, they'll air them mermaid. But that's what you look for in relationship. Anyways, a person like qualities of Sagittarius, but then it's like ew. They're like doing small wieners people. You know what I mean? They're like clowns. And considerate. And they're like, how did you get so lucky? But you could also have shadows up there.
Yeah.
And the hypocrite side. Me too. But you want someone to travel with them. They're like kidding me in my car. Like I'm potty trained dog. God, how annoying. But at least they stimulate your mind if you want to be mentally like a perverted idiot, even though you can be or whatever. But you rather be stimulated. And that they kind of give you that philosophy things. And they and
It's a love-hate relationship, right? I have relationships with these Sagittarius because it's been a love-hate relationship for so long. It's just like when you decide for yourself, like I dropped a lot of friends for us. So and three of them were Sagittarius.
Like it says, cutting people out of your life, like a Scorpio, when you're really like hypocrite in that way. But you promise to be the truth forever because that's really what we believe in. That's what stuff wants and knows. But people are not up there, so you gotta let go, babe.
I left friendships that was 14 years here. So 14-year-old friendships.
Break mine.
It was like significant.
And you just like what else?
They were just being true selves.
The Sagittarius. Yeah. Once you find out.
In life, so. Yeah, it was a match with me. And I just decided to do that for myself. When you do for others, you know, cause others.
Yeah.
It's not my expectation.
It's
never for you to do the same for me. But it's considerate.
Yeah, because Sagittarius are not considerate.
I threw my best friend a baby shower, spent $2,000 on it, and didn't show up to my baby shower.
Yeah, that crap.
They always
dump Sagittarius. Yeah. Happy go lucky. Like don't care. No consideration, nothing.
Well, this was so much fun.
Hitting.
Okay,
groovy. Yeah.
I did it. What was your name?
I guessed you correctly, so you're a Sagittarius. Thank you so much. What's your astrology sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Thank you, Evan. Your moon is in Libra. That means you, your mom treated you like an inanimate object, like she's fake, hypocrite, or whatever, and it also makes you kind of like that too, and it makes you bashful and very embarrassed and kind of hypocritical, and then it also makes you have inner beauty, and you're everybody's arm candy. You always have like a holiday relationship person by you to go to and date, as you know, you're the arm candy kind of thing, relational thing. The moon, and you're interviewing your emotions.
Yeah.
Your Mercury's in Scorpio, that's how you think and communicate. And your Venus is in Capricorn, you want a traditional relationship. You want to work with the person that in your relationship, you know, like your boss, or you want to go out with somebody who will be in your reputation with you. And your Mars is in Libra, that's how you get mad at your sexual expression. And it's like you don't like conflict or like something like that or whatever, but you complain about them behind them backs and stuff, and it also makes you where like you don't like one night stands. You make the person feel like you're dating them before you had a like one night stand kind of expression thing. If anything, you always make them feel like they're not alone and stuff in the relationship. Your Jupiter's in Gemini. You're very lucky being a public speaker or a communicator or a transportator or something like that. And okay, Saturn's in Taurus, which means your dad either he really spoiled you, gave you money and food, and you think money and food is love or something. And you have challenges with money and food. Sometimes you might even be homeless and with no food and no possessions because they'll take it away from you. They'll give you maybe he gave you a business that you could work at and then took it away from you just to control you with your money, you know. And that's what the lessons you might be having to learn and deal with, you know. Is that true?
Kinda, yeah.
And your Uranus is in Aquarius. It's in normal. It's with it something where
You're awesome.
your Pluto is in Sagittarius. You're really good at.
This guy's great. This guy's knowledgeable.
You're really good at studying when you isolate yourself. You know, your Lilith is Capricorn. People tell you not to be like a douchebag, bossy, serious bitch, or have a career, or climb to the top of the ladder. You know, or be serious when you have to do it to get things done. To be, you know.
Yeah.
And you become proud and arrogant about it. Like, you know, you don't need to be responsible like a father. Like, people are trying to tell you not to be like that, but you do it anyways. Your North Node is your purpose. It's Cancer. You like being emotionally intimate and like connected to everyone, have a home and having family, like being a mom or something. Like, your purpose is being mother nourishing, like Cancer is. And you already learned how to be Capricorn. You already learned how to be like this good listener, but not very social, being like hermit, and people don't want to see you like that. They act like quit being like that, but you have to sort of be like that because your challenges in life, whatever. And then I think that is that without your time of birth. That's half of it, and it's a little easier for you. Your lessons are easier.
Sorry.
With how you were balanced up.
Women.
Toodles. Libra. The one I was trying to guess. I mean, Libra. Thank you ever so kindly. I was trying to guess you this whole time. Finally, it's revealed. Libra. Yes. Groovy.
Put like movies. He should be on YouTube. Like, this guy is awesome. What's your name?
Wow. Okay. Have you ever? If you did see a spirit that was desperate and says, take, trying to give you this box, what would you do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Okay. What would you do if you met this girl with like long black hair and she's a Libra and she was dressed in like PJs or whatever and you saw at Walmart and there was like 4 girl angels on this side, and then 1 guy angel right here, and then 1 girl angel right there, and 1 Indian spirit right there, like, you know, around you, or around her, you know, like, and then, so it would be at this angle, like, here's a guy angel, here's a girl angel, and here's 4 girl angels right here, and 1 Indian spirit. What would you, if a guy angel was holding the spotlight and wanted to give it to you, what would you do? What is just standing there?
I don't really have an answer for that.
Okay. What would you do if a demon said, I can make you powerful, and it was giving you headaches, and it was like blue almond-shaped eyes, and buck teeth, rotten teeth, and long fingernails, rotten fingernails, and a black robe on, and it was bald, and it was pale, you know, and what would you do? I said, no, I'm already powerful, fuck off, and you can't trust an angel. You don't know if it's going to be a bad one or whatever. You don't even know. I don't know. It's like Charlie's Chocolate Factory. Don't accept any of that bullshit. And you won't be in trouble.
But what is your religion?
I don't have religion. My religion is Buffy the Vampire Slayer philosophy. And my freaking in astrology and getting to know the facts through evidence instead of fucking fake ass beliefs. There's no such, I mean, believing in things that doesn't matter. It's a wishful thinking and bullshit. That doesn't help you see spirits. You're not going to see spirits just because you believe in it all the day long. No, you have to work to do it. You have to go through other people's energy to see spirits through them, so to be their messenger for them. It's a thing for other people because it's through y'all that we can see the light and
I feel like
do that. And Jesus is real, and I've seen him too. You can actually get a hold of him through your psychic ability mind. Yes, bitch. And yes. And he has like the plasma aura bubble.
Yeah, this guy's hilarious.
Like,
awesome, good energy.
Like Glinda.
He's cool.
And he has this just vibrating light that makes you feel like you're fucking tripping on acid when you're sober.
Have you ever done shrooms or acid?
You be sober to be psychicer. And drugs are not going to help you with that. I mean, you could have
they kind of do though.
You can have that. You can have experience and all of that like that too. But being sober is gonna like where it's really at. No offense, even though that makes life a little bit better, just to feel that bullshit.
Of
But
course.
but yeah, if you have to do that bullshit, then whatever. But literally being sober and after you still go back to that mind vision thing. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just tripping on my words.
Yeah, you're good, man.
But wow. What's your sign?
Hold on, we gotta do this.
You're Gemini.
Gemini, yeah.